Hi poopsies, this is going to be a long one. I wanted to make an extra long tarot reading on this channel. I have recently stopped with tarot readings on my vlog. For now at least. I may once in a while post on there this type of video. However, of course I've had to prioritize my needs and focus on other things. And so I wanted to, after all this time, because I felt bad that I haven't really been doing these as I originally promised or intended to. And honestly, I was just in the mood to do one of these. So I also offer this service on my website, TonyBomboni.com. So if you look under the services tab, the link will be below. You'll see exactly where in the description. And this is kind of the format of how I do the readings with the cards and the candle here and the angle. But since this is not exactly a specific reading on a specific person, this will be a pick a card. And pick a cards are usually my favorite type of reading, and so I'm going to be doing that and looking into your future sort of what you can accomplish, what you can do with your time. That's what I'm sort of going to be looking into. Maybe a career path, a choice, or maybe even potential partner or something. So I'm going to get started now. And I have 6 sort of items which I'll be putting over the cards themselves. Keep in mind, these are used as general guidance, not for certain. They are just based off of the energy you're projecting at this very moment in time. So I'm doing 6 of them, 3 cards each. Alright, so the first one will have this fortune cookie message that says, expect the best. The next one is a rose petal. A real one, not a fake one. Blue calcite, one of my favorite angelic healing crystals. It's very pretty. I'm quite drawn to it. A little orange mandarin. Which I won't be peeling right now. Elf or Goblin Ear. Fake or real, you can use your imagination on that one. And a night elf necklace I used for my night elf roleplay. It's a pretty green leaf. So you pick and choose whatever you are most familiar with, whatever you are most drawn to. If you pick more than one, that is fine. If you pick all of them, that is fine. If you pick none of them, just why? Why make things more complicated? Alright, so you can pause and pick, but I think I've given you enough time, so whatever you just automatically are drawn to, just pick and choose. Alright, and we will begin. If you picked the fortune cookie, we have the lovers, judgment, and the devil. Alright, so let's see what's going on here. I'm seeing some of you were involved in a past relationship and now it's over, or pretty much on the brink of becoming over. It's on the verge of changing into something completely new, and you're not so sure what to do about it. You're in the midst of a struggling compromise, and it can always be painful to get out of a relationship just fresh out of one, and sometimes you may feel like you don't know what to do about it, what to think about it, what to feel. You feel as if there's an unknown. For some of you, I see that you are just getting into one, or if you've got out of one, you're getting now into one again, just as quickly. And it's one of a bit of confusion, but still sort of gives you vitality. It gives you the energy, the life force you're looking for. It's like clashing of energies, a clashing, bonding, kind of releasing of some burdens, and you two share this. Some of you may be involved with another, maybe three or more people, and it's unfamiliar territory for you. You don't know really what to do. I feel like this partner or something that you're going to fall in the hands of, basically. That's a weird way of putting it, going to be doing things that you're not used to, or you used to be against, or you used to not like, or you thought otherwise of, and now you're sort of pushing yourself to go there because things have been so stale and dull. Like you look like so bored, so confused, so dazed. Before you were like unsatisfied, there's something not satisfying your needs in the past, and now this new person, this new individual is coming through and giving you a brighter perspective on life and reality of things, how things really work between people, and that there's some bonding going on that you may not even be aware of, and you're all connect with that, you're all interlinked with that energy, and you just enjoy it for what it is. You enjoy the ups and downs of it. You enjoy the feelings it gives you, sometimes perhaps sadness when you yearn for them, and sometimes happiness and contentment. And it makes you feel all right. It makes you feel okay, like everything is fine. I can do this. I can handle this. I've lived through this before with partners, and I can do it again. I had a feeling this was going to be a love reading before I even picked it. Normally when I pick the cards, I know off the top if it's going to be that, what sort of vibe it's going to resonate. If I see business, it's business. If I see love, it's love. If I see career money, it's career money. You know, if I see friendships and siblings, I see friendships and stuff. You know, I pretty much get the vibe before I even pick. And I think it's going to be similar resonating love reading for many of these cards, especially if you pick more than one, but I am seeing that. Just go with it. Don't be afraid of it. Don't take them out of your life because you're uncertain, you're insecure, you're unconscious of what is really going on here. This needed to go on for you. You know, I used to give you an example. I used to believe, you know, if bad things occurred with people, I was supposed to stay away from them like forever, but which sometimes is the case if you have to learn something out of that, but sometimes you have to stick through something so that you can experience the opposite side of what you intend, so you know what goes on. Because if you take yourself away from that which you are not familiar with, what would you know is going on behind the scenes? You know, what would you know? What is best for you then? So sometimes you have to go through these people, these situations, to understand what it truly is like to experience all and everything and be a part of this oneness. And so I feel like that's the misunderstanding I'm getting. That's the part here, this Devil card. We have the Lover's Judgment and the Devil card, right? And so it's like you're self-judging this, and you're bringing yourself to think you're bad or you're misplaced in this universe, but really it's not true. You are just in this situation for a particular reasoning, and you have to learn through this reasoning. You have to really indulge in it and enjoy it. Honestly, I'm just seeing enjoy. Just enjoy the time with them, enjoy the time by yourself, enjoy the time with your meddling emotional thoughts, because it's all for a reason. And I feel like, I mean, you've been here before, but you've just been avoiding it for so long that it's coming up again. And when we avoid things, because we don't truly understand what they are, then that just means we haven't really passed the test yet. So it's coming up again to the surface so you can pass this test. you just do it. And it's healing for you no matter how much it hurts. You just have to go through it and do it, and it will open up old wounds. You won't want to deal with the inner snakes. But you know what? They're there for you. It's a healing time for you to go through. You must go through it. You must not look back, okay? And even if it's with more than just one person, even better. They're there for a reason. They're there. In the best way I'm saying this, take advantage of the situation, because there's not too many people like this. At least into your current surrounding or circumstance, where they will be able to provide this same benefit or satisfaction for you. So you just need to go with it and enjoy it. Okay, that's what I'm saying for this reading. If you picked the Rose Petal card, we have the Tower, Five of Wands, Four of Swords. I see some sort of imbalance and work struggles, struggling to cooperate with other people, and you're sort of just out of place. You feel like you're uncertain of some things. For some of you, I am seeing like body image struggles. I don't know why I'm getting the word dysmorphia, but there's something of not accepting of yourself or not feeling in alignment and place with this world. And you're trying to cope and interact with other people's, but it's not working. You're fearful, you're scared of what's to come. It's about people and how you view yourself. And you definitely need to reflect in as to why you feel this way. What perhaps someone may have said or done to you that caused this feeling to come through. And now bring about through the cards to give you the proper message. There's something you're not working on, and other people right now cannot do it for you. They can give you advice the best way you can, but I feel like you're not even around the right people to do that right now. Either your workplace seems very toxic, or you just don't feel like you can get along with those who have the same level of understanding as you. They're just there to do the work with you and nothing more. And you're just going home, or you're maybe closing yourself off in the bathroom, and you're just in a really deep and even dark place sometimes. And you're putting these things out on the table, but you're not really knowing why these feelings are coming up and why you feel this way projected onto others. And I mean, people feel things. They know you're not completely in comprehension with them, and so the people will naturally treat you the way that you give off, project. So that's what's making you not get along with them so much, and thus resorting to these feelings of loneliness and misunderstanding. There's a whirlwind of things going on inside of you that is almost shining through. I mean, it's quite obvious to others, and they can see that. But it's more like perhaps you're looking at them as the solver of the problem when you can do this yourself. There is, I'm trying to look into why the body problem is there. I see you look at other people as physically fit and active and not you. Maybe you have a task at the workplace that is, maybe they're doing the physical aspect and you're maybe just at the desk, just sitting, and maybe you feel like because of your bottled up emotions, you're eating too much, and then you feel like, oh, you're not worthy or something. But it's not true, you know that, and it's just these bottled up feelings, the high tides of the water. This is your internal projection, this is your external projection, and this is what you should be doing and how you're feeling right now. And so I'm seeing clearly that there needs to be some meditative work done. I know some days when it gets chaotic and there are these kinds of bottled up, it feels like they're in your belly, in your gut. That's when I feel a lot like my between upper and middle belly, that region. No, upper and lower, sorry. Like that in the chest. It's like just above the belly button, I think. That region. Like, it feels like there's a storm going on in there sometimes. And when that happens, the only way to get through that is the right meditative practices, and you have to do what's best for you. In the literal sense, I am saying what would be best for you is just to sit and reflect. And I feel like you're a visual person, so you can just see the things that you need to see for that reason, and pay attention to those things you see. Don't ignore them because they're trying to help you. They're trying to help you through this. This can be one of the most challenging parts of life, is really understanding who you are and what you give off to people and why they reflect certain things back at you. It is one of the biggest challenges ever, and something people still don't know to this day. Even if they say they know, they don't know. And no one will ever really know you. You can go to any therapist, you can go to anyone. They will never truly know you and what you go through. It's impossible. So that is the challenge of figuring everything out, and because nobody knows each other, nobody knows your life's movie, nobody knows all of your private things, private events, feelings at those private times. And nobody knows the whole journey from birth to death. So because of that, all we can do is give off what we feel to others and learn from ourselves why we feel a certain way back toward what they feel. We are all answer seekers and problem solvers. So we help each other through this. So when you have this consciousness of, this awareness of how reality really is, that it's not these bottled feelings, then you can see, okay, this is normal. People feel this way. But do people really think this of me? Most likely not. It's just you. So you can start from there and start figuring out through these images you get in your head. Okay, I'm sorry. The camera shut off. I didn't even realize it. I'm just going to summarize the last of what I said. So I feel like these people at your workplace are a bunch of bullies, but they're there for a reason. Just as long as you acknowledge that you're aware of what's going on and how you feel, and that they're just as lost as you, then you can begin the process of peace. Just talk to someone trustworthy, a professional who can help you figure out what really is going on, even if they don't know you completely. At least that's a basis of the starting point. Okay, so I would probably play back twice what I just said, or even 3 times, even 4 times, so you really get a full understanding of what I just said, so you can make peace with knowing that these things come up for a reason, and sometimes we need a little extra help, but they're not in your level of understanding, so you can't just go talk to them about it. It's not going to work. Just know that this will not last forever, and you can start from figuring out why these emotions are being brought up. Again, it's like a repeating process for you, and it needs to be solved right now. Okay, so that's what I see. If you picked the blue calcite stone, we have the 8 of Swords, 4 of Cups, and the 6 of Pentacles. Let's see. You are having some fun right now, going to a lot of locations. But I also feel like you're in your kind of imaginative state right now, playing with your imaginations. And some of you are drinking in excess right now and just having fun with it. I don't know if I'm seeing that you need to slow down, but it's probably something that you heard, been through, saw, and you're trying to cover it up the best of your ability. And your brain is kind of tracking away, like, imagine this like coding, like programming, and you're trying to just reprogram away from what you just saw or heard or went through. You're like, no, let me wipe this memory, let me retrace this and replace it with something else. Like you're coding it away without, like, you're not even doing this consciously, you're just automatically doing this with the help of drink and with time. You just don't want to see. You don't want to see what happened. Part of this readings are seeing what's going on now, but part of it is what could occur. So if I'm just going to be talking, and if it doesn't resonate with you, this probably will occur based upon your current outlook, your current projections. So Hopefully I've made that very clear in the beginning, but again, keep in mind these are linked with other cards, so a story can never be finished or told completely. And there's some denial there of what occurred. You don't want to see, you don't want to know. But there is a lot of drink going on right now, in, profuse excess. If it's not drink, there's a numbing mechanism you're doing, or a coating. A way of letting the thoughts subside and drown themselves. Like this poor fish just drowning in this water. You're a bit detached and cold. You're not ready to deal with these emotions. You're not familiar with emotion. When you feel emotion, I feel like you're the type of person to just drown it out and forget. We never really forget, but you're getting really good at outweighing the pros and cons of circumstance, and you think to yourself, just another one, won't hurt. But then on the opposite spectrum, it does damage. It's suppression. You don't want to see it, you don't want to experience it. You would much rather close yourself off than receive the answers you're looking for. And we're all looking for answers, even if you deny it. We all want peace, right? We all want to get the unknown to the known. And this is not really the way to do it. It clouds the judgment and confuses us, distracts us, and just gets us in the same pattern, same rhythm. Your brain is only going to bring you back to where you need to be again. You can cycle back up to the emotion and then you drown it, but it'll cycle back up to the emotion and then you drown it, and then it's just going to keep going up, and coming back into your awareness. There's a reason why we feel certain ways, and we need to deal with them. We're not here necessarily, as harsh as this sounds, to sit and drink our brains away. And so this may just be your method for so long. Again, if it's not in the literal sense a beverage, then there's something you're doing that is suppressing the emotion from coming through and flowing and healing you. And it may just be as simple as denying that they are there. That's what I mean by drink. But if you are actually physically using or taking some form of coating substance, then it's just as bad. We make ourselves sick, so how we feel, how we think is just as bad as taking poison. You might as well just, have taken poison. It's the same thing. Or like 10 drinks in, 2 hours. It's just as bad. It does some form of damage. And you're wanting to be out in space and imagine and float and get away, and then, oops, the problem is on the table again. And what do you do with the problem? You drink it away, whatever that means. Many, many burdensome sorts, many heavy, heavy weights holding you back, ropes. You're holding yourself back. And trapped, entranced in these thoughts. Back again, coming back again, coming back again. I literally see heavy weights here, the scales in here. It's very clear. Poor little drowning fish. This is a heavy one, but anyone can overcome anything. And so this is not over. It's just a battle of the internal works of the human mind. It's nothing physical. You are of health. It's more the brain. Something people are not comfortable talking about. They don't want to talk about mental health. Oh, God forbid, mental health. They think something is wrong with them. Oh, and nothing is wrong with you? Oh, something is just as wrong with you if you're in denial. Trust me. So, you just need to have awareness that it's going to be okay. You're not okay. No one's okay. Who the heck is okay? So, there are other ways. Maybe finally bringing it up. Maybe finally just having the nerve to talk about it. Or talking to yourself about it. And bringing it up without coding. That's just the way to start. That's just what you need to do. Exactly what needs to be done. I'm saying nothing more. Perhaps that's why the healing stone was on there. You picked a little orange. We have 10 of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the Hierophant. This feels lighter and joyous immediately. Maybe that's why I unconsciously put the citrus there. You know, sort of already pick up a vibe. Let's see. You've pretty much either met your opposite or your exact. It's one and the same, whoever it is. But I'm seeing that mutual trust, respect, and bonding there, cooperativeness. And instead of this being a heavy, burdensome card, I see it as something completely different, a groundingness, as if you're okay here, you're comfortable here. There's a rooted groundingness to it. There's a loving compassionate. There is a feet in the ground, head in the clouds, but at the same time, feet in the clouds, head in the ground. You're okay either way. Like a sturdy rooted tree. A tree pretty much looks the same when you flip it upside down. The branches look like roots, the roots look like little branches, and if you flip it either way, ground and in the sky, it still is what it is. If you flip yourself upside down, you are still a human being. You are just upside down. But are you really upside down? You're upside down maybe here, but what's upside down in the space of everything? Nothing. There's no right or wrong. You're acquiring wisdom thanks to this person, and they're making you aware of these kind of subjects, these deep-rooted subjects. You grow wiser and older with them. And you have a loving compassion for animals with them. You enjoy being outside with them, the nature, you talk about different things like space and science, history, art. You go many places together. There's a peace. It's like hippie love kind of peace, zen vibe. And you even have fantastic dreams. Right now I see like you're just adorned in different clothes. You're having fun. You're playing dress up. You're celebrating joyously, contently, happily. It's almost like a circus act. You're just having fun and playing, and your little kid is out again. Like your inner child is just roaming around with them and seeing new things, and you're feeling like this is really what it's all about and how things should be. You're just in a really great place right now. And they know what it's like to feel this way too, and they're pretty much going through the same as you. You had the same as them. And you thought, wow, maybe even for a second, I don't even think you're growing wiser, but you're not much of a thinker, like a deep analytical thinker. You're just kind of enjoying this right now, but growing wise from it as it's a new experience and you've never really gone through this before. But you almost just for a brief moment think, wow, there was no one really like this before that I could do these things with, or I could share these subjects with and talk about. Like you'll just be sitting under the starry night sky, just be talking about history or something, or that time you embarrassed yourself in school or something. And there's just a compassionate understanding on sort of a superficial level, meaning like it doesn't have to be like that deep. Like it's not like, oh my God, I know everything about you and who you are, and like I think you both just kind of are breaching the surface around this and kind of picking up the vibes and seeing where you go next. Because obviously this kind of thing cannot last forever. Life, always comes up. You cannot get too comfortable, There's always going to be change. And when people avoid change, it's because they're fearful. And as soon as they're fearful, life brings them more reasons to fear. So just go with the change. We all want something to last forever, but then it gets boring hecka fast. So just enjoy this in the moment while it's fresh and new. Imagine like peeling open this orange. Like I'm going to peel it now, and it's going to be fresh and citrusy and juicy now. But if you keep peeling this orange, either one, you're going to run out of places to peel, or two, you keep peeling further in and using up this orange as much as you can until there's nothing left, or you wait and the orange dies and there's no more life left. So you can only but take advantage of that one peel, that one good, fresh, punctured peel, and use it up as much as you can. But this is not gonna, even if you don't use it up, even if you're afraid to use it up and peel it open, this is not gonna be in this state a week or two from now. So you might as well peel it and enjoy it while you can and consume it. But whether you choose to or not is fine. But would you much rather let this rot away? Would you much rather use this up completely and then have nothing left and move on to the next thing? Savor it, enjoy it for what it's worth. Give it time, but not too much time. to where it just boils away. So that's what I was seeing for this. Don't take advantage of each other and you'll be fine. Don't manipulate, don't depend, don't cling or attach to this scenario, because when you do that, you all of a sudden don't enjoy it. You expect this to always be around, but it's not going to always be around. So how can you live your life without this? Are you going to keep jumping from different thing to different thing until it gives you the satisfaction? Are you going to keep looking after different things to peel, break open, and give you new challenges? Or are you going to find that satisfaction in yourself? And so you're going through this to know that you can have just as much fun and excitement out of life and get your inner child out to play without even this person. This person is making you realize that you have it in you all along. That's where the superficial level comes in. They're not going to be as deep enough in your life to where it may not even be permanent friendship, but at least they opened something up, okay, just like that peel orange, to make you understand this cycle. You know, we go through good moments, we go through bad moments. There's a cycle, okay? And so this just happens to be one of them where it's more cheerful, pomp and circumstance. It's like an act, it's like a play. And they're just the actor in your life to make you realize this, that you can be in this at any time you choose, even when they're not here. For whatever reason is irrelevant, they will not really be there long term. However, you will always remember that you shared and that which you could enjoy at any given time. Alright, so if you picked the elf/goblin ear, real or not, no elves or goblins were harmed at the making of this video. We have the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Prince of Wands. Gosh, these are beautiful readings. I feel like when I really take the time to indulge in a card, that's when message comes out. Sometimes you have to puncture and peel through it. Just like that orange metaphor in the last reading. Okay. Let's see. Blossom and courage. In what way is this pertinent? Let's see. Courageousness, bravery, strength. Some of you are doing a lot of traveling. You're finding your true self. You're discovering yourself. You're coming into your own. And you're seeing your strength and bravery in other things. Like in this Prince of Wands, and the lion is often depicted by strength and courageousness. This King of Pentacles is showing some of that as well, some of those traits of blossoming and growing. Even though it looks tired, and maybe at the beginning you were tired. You instead went out to deal with your really internal emotions. I mean, that's what the consciousness of awareness is all about. Dealing with yourself, and you find your fortitude through this. Thankfully, you come out just great. There is a big fountain, big stream, almost like one day you're just at a hotel room and you just cry things out and you have this enormous amount of emotion pouring out as you self-discover, and that is the healing process. Whether you go to, I don't care where you go. I mean, I could list 100 places. You may go from place to place and you just see the same messages, you see the same thing. And you have a self-realization of who you really are because of the way people show themselves to you, the way things, places show themselves to you. If you go somewhere and it's raining, you can choose to feel good about this weather, or you can choose to despise it. But why do you choose to despise it? And so, I think one day you're having this realization that you can choose to be this brave and step out and explore and find yourself. And at first you didn't want to. You didn't want to put in the work to really discover you and your identity. You felt like, I'm just doing the same thing day in, day out. Let's try something new. This old horse is getting tired and beat down. Let's ride a lion. And that is your life force. That is you. You are this old and tired horse. You pour it out of pure joy, and you realized you're this strength, courageous, energetic lion. Sorry, I'm yawning. I will stop. But you see yourself as this bright spirit, still youthful person, even if you're not of complete youth or don't feel like it. Sometimes we all have those thoughts. We feel like we're getting there, we don't have much time. But do you? Or do you not is irrelevant. That is irrelevant. Time is not existential. If it's your time to go, it's your time to go. You did your job here. Okay. You did all you could for the reason you came here, so don't worry about time. It's such a silly thing to worry about. And it's used as an excuse for many people not to do the things they want to do. I don't have time. Yes, you do. You have time to sleep 8 hours a day. So, you pushed yourself to go. And because you went, emotions came out on it. Just pouring, just like streaming, like you're just, it's like you're just sobbing. And then, boom. That's when you discover you. That's all really that I'm seeing. I mean, you just find you through the simple process of, if you haven't done it already, go do it. If you're planning to go to somewhere and you feel drawn to go, guess what? Go. You're supposed to go. You wouldn't feel drawn to go if you didn't have to go. I mean, this is a must. You have to get out of this routine pattern. You have to go. Don't think about finances. Don't think about time. Don't think about what's the point. Don't think about I'm scared. Don't think about, no. Shh. Go. You must go. You are called here to go. Go. you would be doing all of those things and suffering and struggling if you didn't go. It would be much worse. Just go. They're pushing you. They're always there with you. They're always pushing you. They're always leading you. They're always guiding you. If you feel drawn to go somewhere, guess what? You have to go. There's no way around it. And shouldn't that excite you to know that you have this ability to just be drawn to something and then do it? That's what you're called to do. People ignore it. They have fears. They ignore it. That's the wrong path. You must go. If your plan is to travel around the world, go. You'll find a way. You will find a way. They will guide you to where you will just make it. You will just have enough. You will just have all the resources you need at certain times to do what you are drawn to do. And through this, you believe in yourself. You find your strength again. And the emotions come out when you realize this strength. Okay? Because you didn't see it before. You thought you were this old, tired. Nope. You see it now, and you will see it now, and you will forever see it, and you will forever remember that trip, that path that you chose, that brave step you took. Just do it. Just go. That's what I'm saying for that. And finally, if you chose the silver grain night-up necklace, place it down to where I don't knock it over. There we go. The last card. I didn't really number these for a reason. I really like to number things. It feels so limiting. So I'll just put it in the description box. It's like necklace, orange petal, fortune, crystal, ear, whatever, you know. It doesn't matter. There's no number on anything. The Emperor, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords is coming up. You're comfortable with yourself. Why do I see this? Almost maybe too comfortable. Maybe you put down too many walls, and now people are taking advantage of that and depleting you, not only of energy but actual physical resources. They are literally robbing you blind, and you don't really want to see it or admit it. You're not envisioning it because you have gotten into this false sense of, I can allow my walls to go down for people. And when you're pretty much left with nothing, it's like, where do I turn to next? So you don't want to, you want to be aware of, because I'm seeing a slow process of depletion. Okay. It's becoming clear now. So here's the Emperor, here's you now. You feel like you have everything you need and want. Time passes and you're this frail looking, dry, cropped lady with a dying goat. I mean, and you're still holding on to that one thing like it's this. opulentness, but after some more time, bye-bye, it's gone. It came and left just as fast as it came. And you're on the boat sailing to newer seas because you're not sure what just happened. It's like that guy at a party that's like, oh, come to my parents' mansion, and then all of a sudden they get robbed blind. Like literally robbed. Like someone put something in his drink and just robs the whole place. Because he was stupid enough to shout to the whole party that his parents were rich, and they took advantage of that. And so I feel like your innocence is coming through, and whether you are opulent or not is irrelevant of its nature. However, you are portraying something to people that they want, and they're just some people in this world who are still not upgraded. I don't know what Jesus is doing up there, but they need upgraded. Okay, so there's still people, yes, to this day, who without question or remorse will want to take from you blindly. And so like literally you're like, it's happened so fast, you literally end up like not physically blind, but blinded from the situation of being able to see people, being able to read people. When we take advantage of a gift or talent to its maximum capacity, we are taken away of one or some of our gifts. And we take it away from ourselves because we don't see what is. We don't see the trueness of. Like imagine you just went through a horrible hurricane, and I mean it was just devastation. You were left with nothing, and then you feel like you cannot see the future. That's you. And you just take what you have, but you're only taking your burdensome, heavy swords on your boat. You're not taking with you the physical, tangible reality because you have nothing but those now burdensome thoughts and cloudy waters. You're setting sail without much of anything, really. You're just like you're trying to see as he's holding, but there's nothing to see. It's all taken. And it's like, see, he's holding on to this fresh seedling, then it ends up like a perfume bottle, like it like it's so tainted, so tarnished, and then you're just holding like nothingness here, like it's just like a burdensome ball of energy. And you are the type to wear your heart on your sleeve, but you've had it all. I mean, really, it's kind of ironic that the goat, he's also held here, the goat's head, and then it's physically portrayed here as a body. Maybe it got larger and more heavier and burdensome, and you're still trying to show off your opulence, and you're left with nothing at the end. Be careful of getting down that path. If you had no choice, if there was no way around it, if you just wanted to be around affluent people, sure, fine, but that was for a reason. You had to go through that to experience the opposite, what it's like on the other end. Now you're this person who wants to take from this emperor, this queen, the Queen of Pentacles. I always call her the faux queen because she is part queen but part not. She's trying to show remains of what once were, but you can't fool anyone, queen. There are dried crops all around you. You can't yield with a dry crop. So the emperor truly does have it all. He is the true king of it all. He owns cities and nations, but the queen only runs on her crop. At least what is portrayed in this tarot deck. But now you're on water, you're not even on land. You're just filled with emotion, you're so clouded. It was almost like so fast and so dramatic that this trauma made you physically unable to see through people. Like now everyone is either the enemy or you are just in such a clouded place. You just need time away. And out of pure embarrassment, you almost had to get away. And just time away from that situation to forget. Because it happened so fast and so traumatically, it's like it didn't even happen at all. Flight or fight response. You know, your subconscious wants to get you in a place of just bliss as soon as possible. So this is your really, for lack of a better word, burden-free thought process right now. Okay, I don't blame you, fellow poopsie, but wow, yeah. Trust is a heavy lesson to be learned here, and reputation, really. They will know you as the one who just showed it all and stupidly gave it away. And whether you can avoid it or not, you had to experience this scenario either way. Thank God we don't bring our actual physical earth reality into the other dimensions. Thank God this is all just a game, guys. But a heavy game it is, this life. I wish you the best. All right. Wow, that was interesting. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I really appreciate when you do. And check out my tarot readings and website. And I'll see you in the next one.